Now, next, I would like to talk to you guys about the different stages of development, or at least how I would make my games and how would I divide it into different stages. So, the very first stage would be the pre-production stage, which is like concepting and formulating how your game would look, how your game would feel. So, and also on what platforms are you planning to release this game? Is it an Android game? Is it an iOS game? Is it for Windows? Is it for PlayStation? So you have to decide on which platforms are you going to release this game, and according to that you have to plan. So game design document is basically a document that you will prepare that will help you and your team to understand what is the goal here and how are you going to make the game. So I'll talk about game design document in detail in some other video. So again, to give you a brief overview of what a game design document would contain, would be the overview of the game, what mechanics are included in the game, what references are you taking, what would be the story of the game. If you have any concept art, you can do concept art. How the game would look and feel will definitely come out of that. So this would be the pre-production step. So the next step would be the prototyping step. So now you must be asking, why not just develop the entire game? Why do prototyping? Well, sometimes when the idea is in your head, it feels like it's very good, but when you actually start making the game and when you complete the game, you realize it's not as fun as you thought. So it's very important that you create a prototype, a small prototype first, where you include your mechanical hooks, your visual hook, and see how the game turns out. You can share it with your friends or other people who can give you feedback if it is good, should you take it ahead or not. So that is why prototyping is very important. So now the next step would be the post prototyping stage. Here, what you have to do is most of the developers make this, according to my understanding, most of the developers make this mistake where they make the game, they release the game, but it doesn't sell because they didn't make enough noise. Nobody knew, the game just came and went, and all this effort, all this hard work just went down the drain because they were not able to sell it. So it's very important that now you have a prototype of your game ready. You start making trailers. If you're thinking of selling your game on Steam, you need to make sure you already have a Steam page ready where people can come, they can wishlist your game, they can see the trailer, they can, once the game releases, they actually come and they play. If even if 1,000 people have wishlisted your game, then at least 100 people will buy it. So you have to make sure that you are creating that audience for your game. And now the next step, which would be the most, I would say, tedious and the longest process, it will be the development, the actual development, where you will make all the assets, you will write all the code, you will create all the mechanics, and you will do all the storyboarding and make sure that every bit of the gameplay is now completed. It will take a lot of time, but you have to make sure that you are doing it methodically and you are doing it the right way. Then the next step would be testing. There can be two types of testing: alpha testing, beta testing. There can be a closed beta testing as well. So according to how many people you can reach out and how much you can spend on testing, you can do the testing accordingly. But it's very important that whatever mechanics you have incorporated into your game, they are working perfectly, and you should test them thoroughly so that the game plays out well, and that's how you intended it to be. Now the next step would be promotion and advertisement. So as I said earlier, you have to make sure that you're making that noise, people are aware of what you are doing. So you should promote it, you should try to advertise. Of course, we as an indie game developer, you won't have the same budget that a AAA game has, but on your own level, maybe you can reach out to other streamers who like to play video games, and you can ask them to play your game. You can do some low-level advertisement to make sure that your game is out there and it's reaching to the people. So now the next step would be publishing. So You need some platform where you can distribute your game. So you can, according to on which platform you have made the game. If it's for PC, you can use Steam. If it's for Android, you can go on Play Store. So like this, you need a place where you can distribute your video games. Now the last and the final step would be the post-production support. So once your game is actually out there in the market and people have started to play your game, there will definitely be some issues or some unforeseen situations where the game might not work as intended. People might complain about certain things. So it's very important that you remain vigilant and you provide excellent post-production support. You fix any issues that users are pointing out, because it will hinder your reputation as a game developer if you are not addressing these issues. So next I would like to talk to you about the different tools that you would require to make your video game. So the very first thing that you would need is a game engine. And a game engine is basically a software framework that will help you develop your game. So some of the popular game engines out there are Unreal, Unity, Godot. So all of these engines, they have their specific use cases and certain situations in which every engine is useful in a different way. Like the Godot engine is primarily for 2D game development. It's easy to learn because the language it uses is very Python like, so it will be a good place to start for new developers. Unreal, on the other hand, is like creating 3D games, even high production 3D games. Many AAA games are made in Unreal. If we are talking about Unity, Unity is good for creating both 2D and 3D games. I would be using Unity, and currently I'll be developing 2D games as well. In the future, maybe I'll move to 3D. So next point would be assets. So you need tools to create assets for your game. So it could be a 2D asset or it could be a 3D asset. So if you're developing 2D assets, you will need tools like Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop, which are image manipulation tools. But then there are paid tools. You can also use free tools like GIMP, which is again an image manipulation tool that is free to use. So you'll have to learn these tools if you are doing 2D modeling. If you are going for 3D modeling, then you will have to learn softwares like Blender or Maya, where you can develop 3D models. Next set of tools that you would be requiring is for sound and music. So you will definitely need at the start a lot of free sound and free music. So I found that freesound.org is a great source of certain sounds that you want. It is free, all the sounds are free to use. You can get the music over there as well. Then there is Epidemic Sounds, but that is paid. So these are the places from where you can get your music, you can get your sounds. And if you want to manipulate the audio, then you can use tools like Audacity. Audacity is free to use. You can also use any other tool of your liking. I am currently using Audacity if I want to do any sort of audio manipulation. And the last thing would be source control, which is a repository where you will store your code, where you will track all the changes made to your code, where you will commit your code. You can then work with a team as well, where the whole team can work on the same repository and you can all contribute to the same code. So in general, these are the different tools that you would, according to your needs, you might have to learn to develop your video game. So that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about in this video. I just wanted to give you a brief overview of how this channel will work, how I'll be posting on this channel. And I hope other people can watch it and they can start their own development journey as well, and hopefully I'll be able to help them because again the game development community in India is very small. Hopefully it will grow and more people get involved into it, and hopefully we'll grow as a community. And remember guys, it's not that difficult to develop a video game. It's very important though that you take that first step and you start doing it. And that's all for this video. Thanks for watching guys. Thanks for watching that video guys. If you liked it, then please press the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel and press that bell icon. And if you want to ask any questions, if you want to talk to me,